Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everyone is ready to fight.
Yeah, now, not 2 days ago, apparently. But
Yes,
now,
welcome to
sure.
a rare Friday episode. And because it's Friday, I would like to call this episode to order with the cracking of the cold one.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Because
You know what? Get one? I can.
You know what I have in the fridge that I haven't drank yet, even though I bought them like many months ago?
More Fruitopia?
Well, I do, and actually I have Fruitopia right here, but that's not what I was talking about. That is a PBR, Bandit. I have alcoholic Sunny D.
Go get it!
It's Sunny D and vodka, and I keep meaning to try it, and then I'm afraid.
I've had one. They're delicious. I had one at a concert.
Really?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Did you grow up drinking Sunny D?
Mm-hmm. I used to get it at my it was always the thing at my Grammy's house. We had Sunny D.
It was such a, it was the whole thing in the 90s. Like, all the ads and stuff. Like, it was, Sunny D was life. Which, you drink it as an adult, and you compare it to, like, orange juice, and you're like, oh god, what even is this?
Yeah. No, it kind of is giving, like, tang.
Yeah.
Just like orange beverage.
Yeah, but like in a very artificially kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you or do you not want to go get one?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. I'm getting screamed at by a cat. And I have my earbud in, so I can hear whatever you say as I sprint down and come back up.
Wonderful, but she can't respond. So, what have I been up to? Well, after our little technical difficulties episode on Wednesday, I really didn't get up to all that much. I can feel the don't starve addiction, like, poised and ready to sink its claws into me, or like I can feel that that's going to happen because I played it last night on the stream and I had a lot of fun and I just want to play more of it now. So
that's interesting because it seemed like such an arbitrary decision last night.
It really was, is the thing.
Because you tried like 2 or 3 other games before that. So interesting that... Oh, I'm slightly winded.
Whoops.
I just ran up and down stairs, you know.
That's fine.
So it's interesting that would turn into an obsession, potentially.
All right. Alcoholic Sunny D review.
Alcoholic Sunny D. I'm afraid of it. I seriously bought this, like, I don't know, last fall? Maybe not that long ago.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, that tastes like alcoholic Sunny D.
About what you expected?
Yeah. I mean, I taste the Sunny D and I taste the vodka. So
wonderful.
Straightforward. I dig it.
So, I don't know if you looked at the document either on Wednesday or before we started tonight, but...
What do you think I was doing while the intro played?
Hold on, I have to pull
I'm so prepared.
I would like to call this podcast episode to order with my first topic, which isn't a question. I would like to wedding shame Taylor Swift.
Which, I don't know anything about it, so I'm going to Google it right now and look at pictures so that I have some context.
There are no pictures other than what's been leaked because she had her wedding in the tackiest location imaginable.
Oh, what could it be? Oh.
No, you don't know?
I don't pay attention to any of this stuff. I don't go on social media unless there's a specific reason.
So she had her wedding at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, that's tacky.
Isn't that so fucking tacky? Like, here's the thing. She is a billionaire, and for that alone, she deserves to be guillotined. But,
yeah.
If you have that much fucking money, you can rent, you could purchase a beautiful tropical island just for this wedding. And you chose Madison Square Garden? Like, hang on, I saved some tweets regarding some of the, like, leaks that have come out because this was a very heavily, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Censored? Doesn't seem quite right. It was a tight lid on this event. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Allow me to scroll down for just a second here. But one, you have your wedding in an incredibly tacky location. Two, you shut down public transit in that location in one of the busiest cities on the world the day before Independence Day. Like, that's shitty.
How many people attended this thing that they needed to have it there?
I have no fucking idea. But rumor here, I saved some of the gossip.
Yeah, what should be the most important day of your life as like an event that people would buy tickets to is insane.
Yeah, is bizarre. Well, here's the thing. Like, rumors are swirling that she chose that location because it was an ideal filming location for the documentary about it that she's eventually going to release, which I can totally see her doing. And also, somebody on Twitter pointed out that that I'm not going to say probably, but this is a conspiracy theory that I'm choosing to believe. Let's put it that way. I don't think this marriage is going to last. And somebody on the Bird app pointed out that wouldn't it just be so convenient for her to have chosen the day before Independence Day as her wedding so that when she eventually divorces him, she can name her breakup album Independence Day and release it on July
4th. I mean, so technically she could do that without having their anniversary be that close to it. She could technically just divorce him at any point on the 4th of July.
Yeah, this is true. But according to here's the thing, TMZ is a gossip rag, but that's what I'm using as my source here because this is celebrity gossip. There was a raffle at this wedding.
Okay.
Like, that is so tacky. Somebody won.
Assuming things that were like signed?
No, Travis Kelce's teammate's wife wins a $6,700 Chanel bag raffle at Taylor Swift's wedding.
Oh, that's way more tacky than the MSG thing.
Isn't it? It gets worse. Yeah, their vows were 20 minutes each, for which guests had to stand for the entirety of it. Then they ran out of champagne, and the food was served buffet style, so there were really long lines if you wanted to eat.
So, like,
I hate Taylor Swift.
So the actual ceremony and the reception were both there?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like on the floor of MSG eating at a buffet?
And she built like a giant castle in there.
How do you run out of champagne?
If you are one of the richest women in the world. Who's to fucking say?
I've never been to a wedding that ran out of champagne, and I don't know people that are wealthy. So
no, neither do I. I haven't even been to that many weddings.
So I can't even imagine. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of cousins, you know, and I'm at the age where a lot of my friends have gotten married, you know, but yeah, I have not been to such a wedding that has occurred.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Anything else that I saved in regards to this shit show?
Yeah, I tried to look up pictures, but all that came up was like AI stuff, and it's like, people get a hobby, you know,
get a job
that is not just typing things into AI and then posting them as though they are real. Like, that's not whatever.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
But yeah, I mean, to me, it's like a wedding is supposed to be like the happiest day of your life, and yes, it is about you, right, and the person you're marrying. But you also have to be aware that there are all these people here that have put in the time and the effort and oftentimes the expense to be there for you. And you have to make compromises.
You know what I think is the most
like, it's not 100% about you.
Because like this is not gossip. This is a 100% confirmed fact. On the guest list for this horrendously tacky and garish wedding was the contractor overseeing an ICE detention center.
What? Why? Like, how would they know?
I have
this
no
person?
fucking clue. I have absolutely no clue. But yeah, Taylor Swift is an irredeemable member of the billionaire class, and billionaires must be obliterated.
Yeah, I think that's the problem when you start to have these like these really, really big weddings, is because then you start to expand the guest list and like, oh, well, this person knows this person and they would love to bring that person because they're a big fan, or, and it just starts like kind of snowballing. And you often end up with a bunch of people there you don't even know who they are. And I've been to bigger weddings where that happens, where like the bride and groom, they have no idea who people are at their wedding. And it's like, oh, well, that's like this person that so-and-so works with. And it's like, why are you here? Why are people bringing their colleagues to your wedding when you don't even know them? Like,
but yeah. So that is why I wanted to wedding shame Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I wish.
And also,
I had some pictures,
a photo.
But
I did see a photo from a woman who like caught the bouquet. It was the saddest little bundle of twigs I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe it was like a minimalist aesthetic.
But it wasn't well done minimalism. It was like wilted and weird.
Yeah. No, I don't
just
get
joined. I'm confused. We are wedding shaming Taylor Swift.
Or attempting with the little knowledge that exists.
Yeah, this is all. This is 99% rumor and gossip, but we're latching onto it because it's fun. And what's she gonna do about it?
Which is weird because, like, I don't know what it is with the two of us. I wouldn't call either of us like super girly girls. Like, not unfeminine, but we're not like the, ooh,
for lack of a better term.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's something about weddings where we're both just like.
I mean, here's the thing.
Opinions.
I do have opinions, and like, I have like, and I don't know. Maybe this is having lived in the world, been socialized as a woman. Like maybe, like I don't. Kyle and I are planning on tying the knot at some point in the future. And I don't know if he has this many opinions.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think there is something about how girls tend to be raised where it's like we start thinking about this stuff from a very young age.
Thank you for providing an answer. Good to know that I'm in charge.
I've actually having a lot of trouble picturing him having an opinion and expressing it about a wedding and what that would look like. I mean,
if in the process he develops an opinion, I'm more than happy to hear that.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there will be, like, when things come up, decisions have to be made, he will have opinions, right? But I think it's not in the same way that for some reason we're like trained to think about these things and judge other people's choices.
I mean,
from a young age.
Actually, here's the thing that I've always hated. You know that like my sister and my mom watched a lot of like reality TV when I was growing up. What are we chatting about?
Should I put up a banner here?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't think it was necessary because it wasn't a question, but
I mean, I can just throw up a quick wedding shaming Taylor Swift.
This started with wedding shaming Taylor Swift, and now we're just talking about weddings. There was a reality show that my mom and my sister used to watch all the time, where it was called 4 Weddings, and it was like a contest. Like they would get 4 brides.
Hold on. Oops, stop that. Don't mind me. Clicking things by accident.
Can I leave though? Because I'm getting scared. You can do whatever you want, Vanessa.
I felt like that should have been happening.
There we go. You know, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah. I realized I forgot to, and then I clicked a bunch of wrong things trying to fix it.
But it was called 4 Weddings, and it was 4 brides who would all attend each other's weddings and like give the weddings like ratings based on different aspects, like ceremony, reception, etc. And then the winner would get a like dream honeymoon package for them and their spouse. But they would always do this thing where they would pick 3 women who were having pretty traditional, like, you know, church, banquet hall, etc. type weddings. And then they would pick 1 girl who was having like an alternative, like any kind of alternative wedding where it was like the kind of wedding that I frankly would have, because like I want a black wedding dress. So they would pick the 1 girl who would have like a black wedding dress and like an unconventional theme or something like that. And she would always lose. And it pissed me off so fucking much because they would throw her in there with the 3 other women who were having traditional weddings. And there's just no fucking way that she has any chance.
Yeah. I'm sure it's intentional.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Hated it. Like, if you're gonna do that, like, get 4 alt brides and make them compete. Make it fair.
Yeah. Or at least find like a range, because it's not like it's, you know, one way or the other. It's a spectrum, right? Like find a spectrum. Yeah, and that's one thing that's always driven me crazy is like we have such a very traditional idea of what weddings are supposed to be and what they're supposed to look like, and if you diverge from that even slightly, like people get mad.
Yeah, people get big mad.
Like I remember, I can't remember exactly what point this was. It was years ago, but I had said to my mom, just like an offhand comment, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I told her, like, yeah, eventually when I get married, I refuse to have a DJ who's going to play like the Funky Chicken and stuff like that, because I find it irritating as all hell. And she was like upset, like, oh, you can't, like, people love that stuff. Like, that's how they enjoy a reception. And I'm like, nope.
You know what I do want to hear at the reception, though? You know what I do want to hear at my reception at some point? Cupid Shuffle. I will bust it down.
I'm more okay with that than I am with, like, even like YMCA bugs me.
Fair enough. I mean, I prefer, like, Cupid Shuffle to YMCA. I'll definitely say that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, there's just like, just the way she reacted when I said I didn't want to have that stupid, like, chicken song. Like, that was such a scandalous thing to say. Like, oh, you can't not have it. And I'm like, oh, just you wait when I do eventually. Yeah, it's like, if I do eventually get married, like, you're not going to like most of the choices I make.
Yeah, that's a series of fights that I am bracing for with my mother, but that's a problem for another day.
Yeah, because I'm not a black wedding dress person, but I'm also definitely not a pure white dress person, because that's silly.
Yeah, kind of ridiculous. Would we like to get into our first actual question for the evening? Yeah. Unless we want to just keep ranting about weddings, because frankly, I'm having a great time. I don't know
again,
like, get me fired up.
Like when we've done all those like am I the asshole wedding related ones, like just get so passionate.
So heated. Passionate. Okay, so here's our first actual question for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mitch McConnell alive?
This is a debate question.
Because I said it is. I don't think so.
I assume this was not a debate question because I assume this was based on something that you are familiar with from the internet that I am not.
I mean, you are aware that Mitch McConnell has not been heard from in like weeks and was last seen being like, oh girl, Mitch McConnell has not been heard from in literal weeks. He was last seen being like carted off on a gurney after being found unresponsive on the floor. His much younger Okay, and I have things to say about this because it's always these fucking Republicans who have the much younger immigrant wives. But his much younger Chinese wife was recently recently flew to China. Like, there are rumors swirling that this man is brain dead.
I mean, he's been trending that way for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, here's the thing. Do I know definitively whether or not he's alive? No. Do I hope he's dead? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because that was like a few years ago where he was doing like the press conference and he just froze like for a long time.
For a concerning period of time.
His brain was fully on buffering. And that's one of those things that just
been brain dead for like 6 years. Hell yeah, Josh.
No, it's so true. Like, I will say, just generally, it is sad. Like, that's one of the things that's scariest to me in the world, that your brain could just do that when you get older.
Terrifying. But also, we live in a gerontocracy, and it needs to stop.
Oh, no, absolutely. I was going to say he should have been gone a long time ago. He never should have gotten elected in the first place, so we can always take it back that far. But, so there is that part of me that's like, I think that's probably one of my deepest fears, is not even for me.
He is alive, but the phrase propped up comes to mind.
They're Weekend at Bernie's-ing it.
Yes, they are literally weak. No, and and here's the thing. I don't know the exact details and mechanics of this, but they're trying, or like what some people assume might be happening is that they are trying to keep a lid on the fact that Mitch McConnell is either dead or incapable of holding office for whatever reason, perhaps like if he had like a stroke and can no longer speak, for example. But they're trying to keep a lid on that until after a certain point, because then they don't have to, like, it would force a special election if this news did break, thereby getting rid of Mitch McConnell. And they're trying to avoid that, they being the Republican Party. So,
sure.
Make of that what you will.
I can see that. It's not as though there is not a long and storied history of politicians hiding their illnesses and incapacitations, and
so wouldn't be the
happened
first time.
Plenty of times.
On both sides of the aisle,
reasons.
FDR.
Oh yeah. That's why I didn't say Republicans. I said politicians for sure. Like, they will do anything to maintain power, and not even necessarily their own, but like maintain the way that like the current power structure. And so that means preventing somebody else from getting elected, or, so.
Yeah. So I honestly do think Mitch McConnell is dead, or like may as well be. And the reason I'm willing to say this is because there are a couple Republicans who've come out and been like, oh, I had a phone call with Mitch McConnell the other day. And it's all these like boomer Republicans. And the thing is, wouldn't it be so easy to trick them with an AI like deep fake of Mitch McConnell's voice? These idiots.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't been aware of that, but I would just assume, he's either dead or basically as good as.
Yeah. So
at this point, because he has not been doing well for a while, and so I can't imagine this is a good indication.
And also, I can't take credit for this joke. Kyle saw it in the comments of a Facebook post, I think, but it was a Facebook post addressing, is Mitch McConnell alive or not? And somebody in the comments said, rigor tortoise, which I think is a really good one.
That is excellent. I do love a good play on words.
As do I. That's really kind of all I had to say about that. I think he's dead. I hope he is.
But either way, he's not doing harm right now, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a bonus. Okay. Where's my bells at?
Which younger is his wife? I never paid attention to who was married to who or whatever.
I actually don't know.
I'm gonna Google it. I do have my phone today.
Yay! But it's always these like traditional marriage, anti-immigrant fucks that have the much younger immigrant wife.
Oh, she's not that much younger. Wait, how old is he?
70-something at least.
Well, she's in her 70s.
Oh.
Yeah, she just looks good for her age.
Oh, I mean,
she's 70.
But I mean, my point still kind of stands.
Oh my god. Oh wait, for a second I thought that was his date of birth, and I was like, they were born the same year? Nope. I clicked on a thing that was different than I thought. Oh, he's 84, so he's 11 years older.
Okay. What did I have next? See, when I'm looking at the banners that we have up there, I don't know if they match the order that I have the questions on the document in, so give me 1 second here.
And I just looked at that too. I remember. Okay. I know what's next.
Okay, so the next question I have is something that Kyle and I have been talking about, and this is inspired by recent trends in my life. But what is your favorite piece of media that you are not the target audience for?
I assume you're probably thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, I was thinking about Jackass.
Oh, that wasn't going to be my next guess. It was going to be like some of these video games that are more targeted, like, Animal Crossing type.
That's fair. But like, I am not a teenage boy in the 2000s. I am not the target audience for Jackass, but I fucking love that shit.
But see, I think in the original run, it was for teenage boys. I don't think it is anymore because it's more nostalgia at this point, I think, for most people. And so it's more for like middle-aged dudes who grew up on it.
But even then,
they're not as young as they used to be, you know? I don't think teenage boys are going to care the way that they would have before.
Debatable. Men. It's always funny watching some guy get hit in the nuts.
Yeah, but I think they prefer them to be of a similar age.
That's fair. But like, whatever way you're kind of attacking it from, I am not the target audience for Jackass. I did not grow up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like my most recent media that's like, it's like, I don't know, this is kind of arbitrary, but it's one of the, like, it feels very male.
Well, yeah, it's very dude bro in a lot of respects.
It's incredibly dude bro, and yet I still enjoy it so much. So that,
I mean, I watched it like every week when it came out, when the show was on.
For some reason, that just doesn't compute for me.
I mean, again, it was kind of the era. You got to imagine a different time before streaming services. People still had to watch stuff on whatever was on cable or like broadcast. That was all you could watch. And so your choices were more limited.
That's fair. Like, yeah, okay. That's
and
fair.
So there's only so many new shows at a time, and particularly new shows that are popular with younger people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's not like we were watching Law and Order in high school. So, I mean, yeah, it was definitely like kind of top of the list of what the youth were watching at that point.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say then is one of your favorite pieces of media that is not quote unquote for you?
I honestly think a lot of the anime I watch is not for me.
That's fair. I mean, please feel free to provide some examples.
Well, I mean, because some of it is targeted toward a younger audience. I tend to try to avoid that stuff because it does feel a little lame to me.
Mm-hmm.
I try to look for stuff that specifically has like ages 16 and up or higher, so it's not quite as like cheesy, you know, because it can be. But so much of it is written from a very like male point of view.
Mm-hmm.
To a point where it bothers me. It very much has that like this is clearly just written by all men for, you know, teenage boys essentially.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel that sometimes that like this was not written for a 40-year-old woman to be watching it in the US.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I also think a lot of the video games and stuff, again, because like I mentioned before, like every time I've played Animal Crossing, there's always that thought in the back of my head that like, I'm pretty sure this is for children. This feels like it's for children.
Whatever, man.
Hey, you asked. We're not the target audience.
Here's the thing. The thing is, though, like, there was a time when I was playing Animal Crossing on the Wii where I was the target audience for Animal Crossing because I was like 12. Oh.
What?
Oh, okay. We're good. We just got spinny wheeled for a second there.
Oh, weird. I didn't see anything.
Whatever. But yeah, there was a time when I was the target audience for Animal Crossing, and that has sort of carried over into my adult life, or like my love of Animal Crossing has carried over since then into my adult life.
Yeah. That is definitely not the case for me. I was in my 30s before I played it.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like, I mean, because when I think about stuff that is not like where I'm not part of the target audience, it's usually either age-based or gender-based.
Mm-hmm.
And I often feel that way about video games too, is that they seem to be often targeted toward men.
Kyle has an answer. Rihanna.
Oh, as in the artist. Wow. I was like, oh, just seeing the phrase "oh Rihanna" somehow threw me off, and I had thought it was like a thing. I don't know. But yeah, like a lot of times, you know, video games, that to me is just super interesting because it changed a lot over time, because they used to be like very male dominant. I think people are a lot better at recognizing that is not the case. And it really
was funny. I got an old Game Boy Color from one of my cousins, and he gave me, I think it's like the OG Pokemon Yellow. And in that game, you don't even have the option to be a boy or a girl. You're just a boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because people used to always make this assumption that like, oh, most people who play video games are male. And it's like, if you ever look at the survey data from like the entire history of video games, that is not the case. It's always been nearly half and half. But it's always been run by men and kind of catered toward men.
Yeah.
And so I do feel that sometimes, but I think it's a lot better than it used to be.
Actually, which kind of reminds me of this thing that I stumbled across this on Tumblr at one point, and excuse me, I can't like remember exactly like what the jumping off point into this conversation was in the post, but it was like a series of posts with many reblogs. But from what I have gathered, there used to be a much more militant divide between like boys entertainment and girls entertainment. And apparently the creator, like this was not at all a part of my childhood, but the creator of He-Man found out that there was at least a small but dedicated fan base of young girls who really did like the kind of like dark swords and sorcery and, you know, epic battles type vibe of He-Man, and that's why he created She-Ra.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, sure that he couldn't just let them keep enjoying He-Man. He was like, oh no, we have to have something that's for them. which like, I mean, I'm complaining about it, but yeah, I mean, it very much was the mindset of that time period. It's like, this is the stuff for boys and this is the stuff for girls, and you're not supposed to mix. And it's like we were allowed to like Care Bears and My Little Pony and, you know, Rainbow Bright and Gem and the Holograms and all that kind of stuff. But never like Thundercats or He-Man or, right.
I mean, I don't know if this is like as, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is, as like stark of an example, I guess, but I do recall like, you remember getting a Happy Meal, right?
Yeah.
What would they ask?
Oh, boy or girl, yeah.
You want a boy toy or a girl toy? And like, I do recall that phrase being thrown about when I was a child.
I remember it was a pretty big deal. It wasn't like a super long time ago. I want to say maybe 15 years ago-ish. I'm really bad with time, of course, but like Target got in this middle of like a hellstorm because they said they were going to take the gender labeling off of their toy shelves and just make them organized by like type of toy rather than gender, because that's the way it always was. Like, these are the aisles with the boy toys and these are the aisles with the girl toys. And they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to have toys. And people were upset.
I do not remember that at all.
And they were like, how are we going to know where to shop for our kids?
Ask the kid what they want.
Ask them what kind of toys they like and then go and find those toys. What if we don't know them that well? What if I'm just looking for like, you know, a little boy? Well, no, like you're getting a present for like your kid's going to a birthday party and you have to get a present for this kid. You don't know them. Like, oh, I would just go to the aisle for the boy or for the girl or whatever. And
I would ask my child what their friend likes.
Or just like, hey, what kind of toys are kids like into these days? Just generally, what kind of stuff do kids like? Just because they're a boy or girl doesn't necessarily mean they like the things that are in those particular aisles.
Also, hot take, tons of like hot toys have been gender neutral. Look at the fucking Light Bright.
Yeah. Oh man,
I had one of those.
I love that thing.
Those shits fun.
I'm just thinking about Light Bright. I had a great time with that.
My mom told me that when she and her brother were kids, he got a Light Bright for Christmas, and my grandmother put a bulb that was too like high of a wattage in the Light Bright, and it melted all the little pegs.
Oh no. Ooh, that'd be a fun like get a Light Bright and then use the Light Bright to like create our logo as like a background.
That'd be fun. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, just got to get the right colored pegs.
Kyle, if you're still watching, I believe you also said earlier today that you are not the target audience for The Amazing World of Gumball, which is a more recent, I want to say Cartoon Network cartoon? Started in 2011.
I'm familiar with it, yeah. I've definitely always felt that way about Rick and Morty.
Same. I am never not felt the target like I was supposed to be watching Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
We have confirmation.
There has never been a single time where I watched an episode of Rick and Morty and thought, yes, this is for me.
Yeah, no, it's not for me at all. But unfortunately, it's still pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it is. You can't help.
Yeah.
You can't deny facts,
No, you really can't. I'm trying to think honestly, of any other,
I would say most Miyazaki movies don't really feel like they're, because they feel like they are geared toward a younger audience.
See, I was watching Miyazaki movies when I was a young kid, so it feels like that has carried over from when I was the target audience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the first Miyazaki movie I ever watched was absolutely Castle in the Sky, and I saw that when I was 10.
Yeah, I did not.
So, I'm trying to think if there's any other glaring examples of shit that's quote unquote not for me that I'm really into.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think about music. If there's any that
honestly,
I listen
same.
to doesn't feel like it, but weirdly enough, I have never felt like I didn't belong in any of the genres of music that I enjoy. I think punk rock particularly has oftentimes a reputation, but it's not it is a super welcoming community, and I never felt like that music wasn't for me. No.
There are some songs that I enjoy where I'm women were not thought of well when this song was written.
Yeah, I could see that more in the metal community.
Not even necessarily just metal. I enjoy the Rolling Stones. You ever fucking sat and looked at the lyrics of Under My Thumb?
That's because he was a sexist pig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just fact.
Yeah, Mick Jagger can get fucked, but it slaps. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so I mean, I was trying really hard to think, but I can't think of any artist that I listened to where I've ever had that thought.
Yeah, I think metal is also kind of similarly stereotyped as being very male, but that has not been the case in my personal experience. Perhaps that was more the vibe in the 80s, 90s, etc.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, my experience in punk has always been being very DIY, everybody wanting to take care of everybody else. It's a very nice community.
Yeah, as far as music, I can't say I can really think of anything that's not targeted at me. Honestly, for the most part, I have always found myself pleasantly surprised by the number of women or I'm going to say visibly queer individuals at more extreme metal concerts, which is I've always been hell yeah, wasn't expecting this, but nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love when you're in those environments that you're oh, I don't know if this is never mind, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
They are cool with shit. That's nice.
You love to see it. Do we have anything else to say about this?
Because that's what I was trying to think of all the categories. We kind of hit movies, music, video games, TV shows.
Sometimes older movies, I'm this is definitely it's very I just watched Lawrence of Arabia. That's an incredibly male movie, but it's also a feat of cinema that I very much enjoyed watching.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely, especially when you go back in time, right? A lot of movies were clearly designed for a very specific kind of audience. Now I'm thinking about a movie that we did on the stream as a great example of it. I don't know why I've grown to be very fond of the movie Megaforce.
Have you really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just thinking about him in his little gold jumpsuit with Barry Bostwick.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, he's not an unattractive guy. I mean, like, he has it going on in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and those were about the same time.
Yeah. But I mean, like, a lot of movies, like Indiana Jones, I never felt
I
like
love Indiana Jones so much. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I am not the target audience for that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Although there is a woman character in Indiana Jones, so at least they have that going for them.
Yes, but as specifically as the love interest.
This is true.
So it's not like she's just a fully fledged character on her own. She has to be there, you know, essentially in service of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but it's so romantic, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know that I'd agree with that.
I don't know. Maybe this is just because Harrison Ford was like my first crush ever, so I'm like viewing it through those goggles. I'm not perfect. Yeah. What can I say? There's gotta be another aggressively male movie that I really like.
Again, I really think if you pick most movies from the 80s.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, there's some good ones.
It kind of feels that way. Especially if you're thinking anything related to like action or horror even, because like the over-sexualization of women most of the time, it's like clearly this was written from and for the male perspective.
Yeah, the Evil Dead movies are kind of like boys club vibes. But again, love them to death.
But I do love gratuitous violence and gore. So what are you gonna do?
It's fun. Sorry. All right.
I think that's it. I think for so long it never occurred to them that women could also enjoy those things.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were very surprised.
Up next. Okay. I have something on here that I didn't put into our banners because it required, like, I have a tweet for us to discuss. Tweet is, to describe this, and I will link the tweet in the description when this goes up formally on YouTube and our Patreon and all that fun stuff. But the tweet is an image of it's a screenshot from a TikTok that somebody has posted on Twitter. And the image is a child lying on what appears to be a dog bed that is covered with towels and blankets. Who I'm assuming the child's father is laying next to them on the driveway. And the caption in the screenshot is POV, you have emetophobia, so your toddler's stomach virus gets moved to the driveway. And I just have so many thoughts about this.
Okay.
Because, like, one, if you have emetophobia, like, to that degree, which is fear of vomiting, how did you survive being pregnant? And also, children are kind of known to, like, one, just throw up randomly. That's, like, kind of how babies work. And two, to get sick frequently. How have you not had to, like, confront and address this fear up until this point in your life? To the point, making your sick toddler sleep in the driveway because you have emetophobia. Thoughts on that? And I don't like children. Like, I am child-free by choice, but, like, this is honestly mind-boggling to me.
If it's that bad, you're the one who should leave.
Exactly. You are the one who should be in the driveway. Not
because in the picture isn't like
child.
It looks like what I'm assuming is probably the kid's dad laying out there with the toddler. And it's like, hey, how about you go outside instead of making the sick child go outside?
Yeah, that's a child.
And this is a person who should have never been a parent.
Exactly. The responses to this are hilarious, by the way. At Nico Loves. There's too many letters. Someone whose display name is That Stoner Chick. When they're a little older and start talking with their friends, you guys never slept in the driveway when you were sick?
I know, which I love is accompanied by a very classic meme image.
Yeah, here, let me see
the guy with the question marks. Yeah, this one I was like, oh man, I wish I could pull that up on the screen. Just that one, for some reason in particular, when I see it, it makes me smile.
from at Wormgeared, when my chud's son is drowning, but I have thalassophobia, which is fear of the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'd move the emetophobic to the carport before the sick toddler. Who says carport? Is that a Britishism or an Aussie thing?
No, carport is different than a garage. It's like a little awning for your car, sort of.
Oh, okay.
It's not fully enclosed, but you can drive it under so it doesn't get wet.
But yeah, so many people are responding to this with essentially, 1, again, how did you survive being pregnant? 2, you need to unfuck your shit before you have children. Like, your mental illness, your phobias, your neuroses, they are not your fault, but as Marcus Parks of last podcast says, they are your responsibility. It is your
responsibility, yeah.
So,
although I should point out that one of the comments here said that OP said that the caption is out of context and she regrets writing it that way. The child wanted to be in fresh air, hence why they're outside. They were accommodating him and she decided to post a satire video.
Okay.
So I could totally see anything like that.
If that's true, then this does paint this in a different light. However, as it is posted, it genuinely looks like she kicked her sick child out of the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I could totally see myself posting something like that. Like, oh man, this sick kid couldn't take it, threw him outside. You know? I wouldn't post that online because I'd be afraid of this happening, but I would totally say something like that to a person I knew. Like,
which, like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Because, like...
but I would never post it online because obviously something like that's going to happen.
Yeah, and also just, like, if we're taking this at face value, again, like, why would you do this? That's your child.
I mean, some people just are that selfish, though.
Which is, you hate to see it. You really do.
Yeah, and it's like, again, not really a kid person. You know, not my favorite things in the world are children, but at the same time, I'm a human being with a heart and, you know, an abundance of
and that's my thing. And I feel...
And I would inconvenience myself as much as possible to help a kid.
No, exactly. And here's the thing. I feel like people have this image in their head of, like, child-free by choice people specifically that were, like, you know, like, rabid kid-hating maniacs. And here's the thing. Yeah. I don't like children. I don't have the patience to deal with children. And I know this about myself. And that I am far too selfish of a person.
Like my free time,
Here's the thing. I am far too selfish and vain of an individual to ever be a good parent, which is why I am choosing not to procreate. However, I am also so, like, vehemently an advocate for, the rights of children, because they don't have a lot of those, and that's fucked up. And I am, like...
Their property.
Yeah, it's so fucked. And, like, I am so firm in my belief that children deserve to experience the world as, like, a kind, loving, supportive, safe place. I personally don't like kids. Like, children are, like, people don't really, like, act this way, and I think it's super fucked up, but, like, they're people.
Yeah.
Like, they have, like, children have the exact same, like, emotional capacity as adults. Like, they feel things as intensely as adults do. And for a lot of them...
But also without the ability to, like, control it and understand it and have context and all those things,
they
which
have
makes it worse.
Way less context for what they're feeling. And for a lot of them, when they're feeling something, like, feeling really intense emotions, in a lot of instances, it might be the first time that they've had to deal with quote-unquote feelings that big. And that's insane that we act like they're supposed to just, like, know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big difference between, like, I'm not a big fan of them and don't really want to be around them a lot, versus, like, I hate them. Right? Like, there's a pretty big difference there.
So, yeah. Firmly child-free, but also very much in support of, like, the rights of the child.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm cool with a lot of, like, again, I have kids that are relatives. I love those kids, but I'm not going to, like, choose to be around kids I don't know or have my own.
Yeah.
That's about as far as I go. But yeah, like if I were like, visiting somebody who had kids and they were like, oh man, this, for some reason I needed to be out of the place for the sake of the kid, I'd be like, whatever, sure,
yeah, fine,
whatever, I'll go find somewhere else to stay, I'll go home, I'll hang out outside if that's what I need to do. Like, I can be minorly inconvenienced.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I technically do have one more question for tonight, but since we are kind of getting close to the hour mark, do we want to go into the worst?
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, we've been ranting and raving for a hot minute here.
I think we talked about the wedding stuff way longer than I realized we did.
Whoopsies.
I didn't realize we were nearly that close to 9.
Yeah, do we want to save the other one for this coming Wednesday?
Sure.
Okay.
5 days from now. Quick turnaround.
Quick turnaround indeed. With that, let us begin the meditation.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
Listen, cue ball, you're only making it worse.
Thanks, that even makes it worse.
It's worse than you know.
It usually is.
I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
That's the worst goodbye I've ever heard. And you stole it from a movie.
How marvelous.
All right, Bestie, what do you got for me? How are you worse this week?
Got my usuals, of course. I reached rank 100 in the current season of Fallout 76 last night.
Love that for you.
Yeah, so technically that's like the highest reward level, but if you get up to 150, you can start getting like, extra like caps and stamps and all the various currencies and stuff with the game. But it's the highest level that has like specific season rewards is level 100. So so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I definitely hit level or rank 100 in this season much faster than I did the last one.
Very nice.
Still got quite a while to go, I believe. I can't remember exactly how long, but that just means more time for me to earn extra caps and stamps and gold bullion and scripts and all those things. So many currencies in that game.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mentioned this to you yesterday, but I'm making good progress on my tiny little garden loft house. I think I'm going to be done with it maybe in the next week.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Very fun.
Still lots of tiny flowers to make. I'm so tired of being covered in glue, though. So I'm ready to not be doing one of these for a while. Because everything's so tiny, it's impossible not to get glue on your fingers when you're trying to make stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah, and this was one that I forgot to mention last week, but I got a 3D scanner.
Yeah!
Had just arrived. It is a lot more difficult to use than I anticipated, so I have not yet successfully scanned a thing. I'm going to have to watch some videos because the instructions that it has are like very bare bones, and I'm clearly doing something wrong.
Noted.
It's actually sitting right here, which is why I keep looking in this direction, attached to its little tripod. So there we go.
Wow.
Still turned on. But yeah, so hypothetically, I can use this to scan anything in the environment, and it automatically turns it into a 3D model that I can then print.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I've been looking at them for a few years, but like they're not cheap. I mean, that's a very entry level one, but still, I got it on sale. So that's why I got it. But still, even on sale, it was like $350. So
whatever, man.
So I'm looking forward to figuring out what I'm doing wrong.
Okay.
So I can actually scan something, and then sky's the limit. I can just start scanning all kinds of stuff and making it into models.
Yay.
I also don't know if this counts as a worsening, but I have discovered a website called Habitica.
And what is that?
It's a way to gamify your tasks.
Huh.
It's like in the style of like 8-bit arcade games. So you actually have like a little avatar character, and like you get to put in your tasks, and when you complete each, you get like XP, and you get like little gold coins based on how difficult the task is and stuff like that. And you can use those coins to like buy gear and pets and feed your pets. And so it's a video game, but the only way to progress in the game is by completing your tasks.
Is it helping?
I mean, I got some nice jeweled armor yesterday, so that's pretty exciting. And I have a pet blue wolf right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and all I could afford was a practice sword at this point, but I mean, yeah, I actually got quite a bit of stuff done yesterday, so because I'm just like, oh, how many things do I have to do to be able to get, like, the helmet that goes with this armor?
Nice.
Which is so silly, because it's just like your avatar is like this big and it's 8-bit. Like, you can barely see that it's supposed to be a person.
Whatever works.
Yeah. And yet I'm like, oh man, I want to get that limited edition alligator suit that they only have for the summer.
That's so fun.
For no reason, like, for why?
Whatever.
But I do see that as sort of a worsening, because now it's like I'm essentially using video games to make me do work. So, yeah, I can't think of any. I feel like there's probably something, but I can't think of anything else at the moment.
Okay, well, I recently purchased, or this arrived in the mail recently. It's another Ghost Funko.
Oh, I would assume you were kind of out of them at this point. Like, you had them all.
No, I don't actually. I don't have Terzo. I don't have Secondo. I don't have the Hot Topic exclusive Papa Emeritus the Four robes. There's a couple I'm missing, but those ones are expensive. So.
Oh, okay. I come across them all the time at Comic-Cons, but I just assumed you kind of had all of them, so I don't say anything.
Nope. How else am I worse? Well, I have watched all of Jackass.
Okay.
And I saw the last movie in theaters on July 4th, because frankly, that was the only thing worth celebrating that day. And also, Kyle and I have started watching Wild Boys, which is the show that Chris Pontius and Steve-O did, like, after Jackass. And I got a shirt at Hot Topic that is the Jackass, like the warning where it's like MTV must insist that you don't attempt any of these at home. And it was I got the email from Hot Topic that arrived today, and it's not fucking here. I was gonna wear it on the podcast tonight as part of my worsening, and I'm so mad.
That is a bummer.
Isn't it though? So yeah, also girl, I am so attracted to Johnny Knoxville. It is not even funny.
Sure.
That man is so hot.
Okay.
He's so ridiculously attractive, and the doing stupid shit makes him even hotter.
I feel like we have different perspectives on this because I grew up watching that stuff.
That's fair.
I have a very different perspective on him.
But yeah, I think that man is fine as hell. So that's definitely making me worse. I feel like I had something else, and now it's just whoosh. This happens often.
Yeah.
Well, as I said at the beginning of the episode, Don't Starve is sinking its claws into me. Like, I'm 100% going to be putting in some hours this weekend. So there's that.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't, like, every time I play Fallout, it's mostly just trying to do my challenges for each day, and I haven't really done anything like quest wise or anything like that. So I'm kind of getting the itch to do something that's like more, helps me progress.
This isn't quite worsening material, but can I get your perspective on Johnny Knoxville?
In what sense?
I don't know. Just, you said you have different perspective as somebody who like watched Jackass as it was airing. Please lay it on me.
I mean, maybe it's just because more like he's from my youth, but I almost see him as more of like a brotherly figure.
Okay, fair enough.
Because he reminded me so much of like my brothers and like the dudes that I was around at the time in high school. So I was just kind of saw him that way.
That's fair.
So thinking of him as hot is weird to me.
Okay. Oh, there goes Instagram.
I was just double checking. I mentioned it yesterday. I've got some t-shirts coming on Monday.
Fun one?
Just a real collection. Because I got an Untitled Goose Game one that's very silly. I'll try to remember to wear that for the pod on Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
But I got a Portal 2 one with the companion cube on it.
Very nice.
I've got an anime one from Dorohedoro, which the reference would make sense. And I know you haven't seen Angel, but I got one that has the Angel puppet. If anybody has seen Angel, they will know the puppet episode and know exactly what I'm talking about. It's friggin' hilarious. And I got a Brondo shirt, which is from Idiocracy. I'm pretty excited about that.
I have never watched Idiocracy.
Yeah, it's a real mixed bag of TV shows and movies and video games, just like from all over the map. Like, okay,
it's kind of fun.
Weird choices on my part, yeah. But yeah, because I got anime in there. I got a couple of video games.
Oh, here's another way that I'm worse. I've been getting way back into some music that I listened to in high school. I am back on my Marina and the Diamonds shit, big time. And also Bastille.
That's so weird. Why did she just come up, or they just come up the other day?
I have no idea.
That's so weird. Like, just the other day.
Love her. Icon.
Oh, it was in a docuseries that I was watching. Hey, that can count. I've been watching so many documentaries lately.
That's fun.
I finally just today finished the Lisa Frank one that I had started forever ago and just got around to finishing.
Interesting.
The Glittering Greed, the Lisa Frank story on Amazon Prime. Because I grew up like most girls of my time period being obsessed with Lisa Frank. Like, I had all the stickers and the folders and all that stuff.
I can imagine.
Turns out she's a horrible person.
I might have to check that series out then.
Yeah, complete garbage person. It's a 4-episode series, which it is a little sad because it does sort of like taint it in a way, but like, look, the kid version of me has no idea.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I got to enjoy it for what it was without knowing that. Now I don't care about that. That's not my style anymore. So it's fine, but it is a little disappointing to find out this thing that was like so magical as a kid and meant so much to like so many kids is owned by this monster of a human.
Yeah, that does suck.
But yeah, I've been watching a lot of like docuseries on Netflix and stuff, just kind of like random things. A lot of that. So now I don't know what I'm gonna watch now that I finished the Lisa Frank one. I'll find something.
You should watch Ranking of Kings.
Well, I mean docuseries. I'm already watching.
I got nothing for you.
I watch the docuseries in the morning because I pretend it's news when I'm, having my coffee.
Sure.
I always have. Well, because right now, like, usually the Daily Show is what I watch on weekday mornings, but they're on break right now because of the 4th, so that's why I have to watch docuseries. So I'll find another one.
I don't think I have anything else for this evening. All right, we've got Big Dumb Monsters on Monday. I'm not sure what movie they're doing. Regrettable Reviews Tuesday. They are doing THX 1138, which I believe is George Lucas's directorial debut. Then we've got More Fighting with Friends on Wednesday. Streaming again Thursday, where I'm going to be playing Iron Lung. And then, kind of business as usual until August 4th, which is our 250th episode featuring Johannes Eckerstrom of the band Avatar. So join us then for an extra special fun time. I think that's about it. All right. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we'll be back again next week for more fights. We will see you then. Adios, everyone.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brookes. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Catch us live on Twitch every Wednesday and Thursday. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel to watch our live broadcast without ads, or donate to our Patreon for ad-free access to our entire library of past episodes and streams, as well as fun bonus content. Fighting with Friends is a member of the Eclectic Cult Media Network. Check out the links in the description for more episodes from us and from all of the shows on the network. Thanks for listening.